So we're talking about trauma and making sure that we address it. And I was talking about how it affects me, even the loss of a loved one, because you realize that your ability to protect yourself is only as effective as you can relate that information to ones you care about, so that they can apply some of what you're understanding of what is it takes to survive, and that scarring takes time to address. So I can't just hop into a new scenario without allowing myself time to heal from that. And so that I'm not taking that, LAX baggage claim worth of luggage into a new interaction and putting undue pressure on a new interaction, because I am scarred in my ability to feel like I need to be able to protect those I care about. Um, and to not isolate myself in the process. I am predisposed to being, introverted. Like, I'm okay spending time by myself. And as I've kind of shared, I spent a lot of time by myself over the years. So my biggest comfort level is usually when I'm alone. And so forcing yourself out of your comfort zone, so that you're interacting. And as you continue to kind of like practice it, it becomes easier to see who you not going to be able to integrate with. And it doesn't have to be only personally, it's also professionally. And it's in the capacity of who's not able or ready to receive the message, because you can have a clear messaging and somebody's just not in the headspace yet to receive. So it'll come to a point where you don't even need the exercise of wasting time, if you will, trying to communicate something to somebody that's just not ready to receive it yet. And to understand that there are dark places, and in that darkness it's going to be hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You got to seek out support from close ones, and it may be, as we said, medication, meditation, God, or all of the above, in order to get you through that dark space. But I'm speaking to you from a space of, isolations, sentences, time served, 5 years parole, and just the toll that takes when you go into flight or fight. And spending all of the time not feeling like I was a part of society. I've spent the time escaping the man and trying to not do things or integrate with people that may have me back in front of the man, that may cost me everything. And the impact that, my situations have had on my family. And so that's when we get into that generational trauma. What does that do to a family, when you have people that are incarcerated or that are mentally checked out, and the pressure that it puts on other people to perform in ways, to act on your behalf because you're unavailable to participate. So you got to consider all these things when you're looking at trauma, and understand that it's things that you're going to have to revisit. These aren't things that I'm saying to you that it was one step, fix, and then it was just magical and everything was better. It requires a constant revisiting, because everybody doesn't process or heal in the same way that I do. And what ends up happening when you spend enough time assessing your own fair market value, you know who you're willing to exert that level of energy for. And so my list is real short, so that I have the energy to apply my understanding. If I spread myself too thin because I'm trying to affect all these changes and share what I understand and receive others' understanding, I won't have the energy. I'll be tapped out when I need it most. So making sure that I'm putting energy into interactions and addressing issues, with those that I care about, and understanding that the rest is just white noise. It's just white noise. And you'll be able to figure out faster who you're willing to invest that type of energy into, so that you'll know off the flip, like, oh no, this, we're not in the same space, or you're not even ahead of me in a space where you're in a headspace of where I'm trying to get to. It's just not going to work out. So you could do that faster, professionally and personally. And knowing your fair market value will help you assess also who to put that type of energy into, what to put that type of energy into. It will help you in quick assessing and save you a lot of time, once you gain the understanding that everybody can't be saved. I personally, and I don't know if this is just me as a woman, but feel like, oh, I have to help this person and trying to save people, and people become my project and all this other stuff, that people not even in for the exercise. So knowing that everybody can't be saved, stop wasting time, be available for those that reach out, that are able to receive that level of support, and not taking it personal. It's not personal that I can't save you, and I saw so many great things for you that you didn't see for yourself. It's only going to be really useful in addressing any sort of scenario, trauma or otherwise, if the person sees the value in it. So seeing the value and then being able to apply it, and understanding that what you value, other people don't have to care about. It doesn't have to be important to them. So addressing it may be on your agenda, and other people just, again, are not in that headspace yet to even begin the exercise. And once you have an understanding of those things, it's easier for you to become internal in your assessments, because now, instead of pointing out, oh, this person did this to me, woo 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 woo, and it run in my family, and this, that, and the other, and all these things that we come up with as passes, of why things continue the way they are, so it really helps you be honest with yourself and the role that you're playing in how things turn out, and accepting your responsibility for participation, or just not participating at all, just being absent, so that you can apply it, and not have repeat scenarios where you have this trend. And that's that legacy we were talking about, where your legacy trend is just, it's a wake of destruction. And destruction doesn't have to be even physically things you can see, just a wake of broken individuals in your path. And every interaction you have is just sort of like draining on people, because you're not addressing your traumas and you're still trying to move forward. 2020 has been, hell on wheels, and I understand that people have figured out how to make it profitable, lucrative for themselves, but you still have to acknowledge the loss, and that could be the loss of time, the loss of progress. Even though you bounce back and you figure out how, it's traumatic to experience loss in any capacity. And all of those things have to be addressed so that they don't happen again, or if they happen again, it's with a minimal impact to you personally or those you care about. Go tap in, tap that subscribe button. The YouTube is up. I am going to put this on the IGTV because I see that you guys are looking there more than the YouTube channel, and I will see you next time.